everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I am back. We're on part 3 of making a junk journal out of an old book, and I will make sure I link the first 2 videos for you in the description. I'll try to remember to do that so that they're easy to find. I will probably also maybe make a playlist just for this series. So anyway, if that's helpful, let me know. I'm excited to show you guys from part 2 how the layering went. I had this sitting with the papers like this. They were with a binder clip, and I had really heavy books on both sides, and look how nice and flat they are now, and it feels good. It's a nice feel, and I saved all this old paper. So excited. So I've been going back and forth about, I'll snip that off, about how I want, if I even want to do anything. You know, I talked about maybe doing some kind of book plate, or I may just leave it. So I don't have to decide today. That's the good news. I kind of like the illusion. Of course, when I get it all decked out, it's going to be hopefully nice and chunky. But I kind of like the illusion that you have this beautiful old, vintage book, and you open it up and then bam, all the fun colors and journaling things. So I had another idea too about what we can do with other videos using this journal. So what I think I'm going to do is I started brainstorming, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do a video like five flips for the journal, 5 pocket ideas for the journal, 5 tags, 5 clusters, maybe 5 little animal embellishments, maybe 5 page edgers, 5 tabs. I don't know. I started just thinking, and that's 5 ideas that we could then scatter throughout the journal. I mean, I'm going to need more than 5 pockets, but we could start with a certain type of pocket, 5 hidden journaling spots. So if you guys have ideas for concepts that I could try to come up with for the journal, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this idea. We're going to start with it today because I cut out some, not to be funny, 5-inch squares, and I'm going to do 5 different ways to use triangles, like as pockets or on pages. So I started with the squares, and then we're going to work with these. I may end up changing the size, but most of my papers in here are approximately 5 inches wide. Some are a little smaller, but I figured that's at least a good place to start. So we are going to do 5 ways to make like pockets with triangles, and I'll come up with something to call the video or to name it, but it's definitely going to be part 3. So I printed some of the papers and then just did some type of like a really light pink, a light blue. I did just like a neutral on the back so that if the back shows, I don't have to worry about layering it for right now. And we can start, with the most basic idea, right? And then embellish it some, which would be just to start with cutting this square into 2 triangles. And my baby trimmer does not like to cut right at the bottom. So I'm going to kind of take a shortcut, and I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so now I have 2 triangles. And of course, the most basic way to make a pocket in your journal using a triangle is to do this. Just put it in a corner. You can do, if it's a 2-page spread like this, put it in 2 corners. I do this all the time. You could do one in the bottom and one in the top. That would give an interesting look, right? So that's the most basic. So if you're new to journaling, maybe you've only seen that a few times, right? But we all make this kind of pocket, and I do it all the time. I'm going to distress ink my pockets with tea dye stain. I think it's a color that's going to look really pretty with this paper. The paper I'm using is Cottage Quilt by My Porch Prints, and they have, I think it's 3 kits, you know, in the collection, and you get a discount if you buy them all. I'm not affiliated with My Porch Prints in any way. I just love their papers. So I'll link those on Etsy for you guys. Now, it is my Etsy affiliate link, which I love when you guys click on my links, because I get a few pennies from Etsy if you end up making a purchase. So thank you. All right. Let's see. I think I'm going to install them this way because I don't do that often. And then after we do our 5 ideas, I'm going to come back and play and embellish the pockets a little bit too. So stay tuned for that. And if there's time, and there probably will be, I'm also going to use some of the pockets that were pre-designed in the paper kit and show you how I plan to use them and install them. And that way I'll go ahead and get a few more pockets going in the journal. And I'm just making sure this isn't going to cross over the little points. And I think we're fine. I could trim them off, but I think we're okay. So I'm just going to install these with my glue, my everyday glue. This is Line Co. brand PVA glue that I put in these little dispenser bottles. And you can use any glue you want. I'm turning this just so that I can get right to the edge. It's easier for me to see. And if you want to see some of my basic supplies, my Amazon storefront is below in the description for you as well. You can click on that link too. Okay. So I was going to make a comment too, and I haven't responded yet. I'm getting ready to work on comments after I do this video. But someone talked about how I make beautiful projects and how they love this journal and how it's coming together. But that, you know, a lot of people don't do digital paper, which I totally understand. And I know a lot of people aren't confident or don't have a printer, right? Just don't have the means to do it, or they're not confident in working with the digital files and printing them. And I certainly had to get to that point. I am going to use something, I'm not sure what, to just do like a little bookmark so we can easily get back to these, so I can decorate them in a little bit. So I just wanted to say that I think I do a pretty good job of a mixture of scrapbook paper, book page, you know, just, and digitals. I work with digitals a lot. Obviously, I create digitals. So it's a little challenging, of course, to make everybody happy all the time. But I appreciate the comment. I appreciate the feedback. And I hope that if you have access to other kinds of paper, again, I'm going to just ink this while I'm talking, that you will, you know, enjoy those videos. Or instead of using digitals for the signature covers and to line the book, use scrapbook paper. Or, you know, the book page you've pulled out, it could be a super neutral one, and use stickers and, you know, things like that. So anyway, I hope that helps. Okay, the next one we're going to do, again, I've done before, but I love it. It's one of my favorites, and it's a hidden journaling spot out of that we are going to fold into a triangle. So this one we're not going to cut. We're going to just fold it corner to corner. And again, you can layer these. You can get very elaborate with them. I'm going to go to the second signature and pick a page. So this, I love this because I'm trying to find a page that doesn't have like, this one has a bunch of lines in this particular one. I didn't want to go to the center again. Well, we'll skip to the, oh, well, I could put it on one of the book pages or something. Oh, wait, that center signature is that weird one. The one that I did differently that only has the digital paper. Okay, here we go. That's why it was a challenge. So let's pick, how about right here? That'll be pretty. So you see a little bit of that lace, you know, we won't cover it all up, and then we're going to install it. So when we go to install this one, we are going to, this is going to still flip open so that you can have journaling space or decorations, however you want to do it. I really liked having more of the flower, but it's, if I do it Oh, does it look? It looks upside down. I'm going to do it this way, and then we'll just embellish it. It'll be fine. Okay, so I did ink around the edges. Now let's do ink on this crease. And I'm not going to ink this one because I want, you know, to just be able to write in there and not have that harsh line. Now I also want to install this one as a pocket. So I'm going to hold it where I want to keep it open. And we're going to put the glue on these two sides. And glue it down. Now, some of you may recognize some of these ideas. I think I might have something different. I think I have a different one that I haven't done before. But again, it's a nice refresher and reminders of how to do this. And you can see how this looks in this journal. Now, I usually for these grab one of my Velcro dots. I always do the 3/8 inch, the really skinny ones, because they don't add too much bulk. And I'm going to go ahead and put these on to keep this flap secure. It's not necessary, but I like to do it. And if we want, you know, we could even put a tab or something. Okay, we will come back to this one as well. Hope I don't lose all my little bookmarks. All right. Now, I have a list of my ideas. So let's go back to chopping the square in half, because I have a couple of ideas of how to use it with chopping it in half. Trying to decide which ones I want to do which. Okay, we'll use this one. And there's a lot of papers to choose from. All right, I'm gonna hope my baby trimmer will be nice to my triangle. It's just not quite big enough. If I had a 4.5 inch square, I think would be fun. Okay, now we're gonna ink these, and then we're gonna go back to, this is a pretty basic one, but as a reminder. And I'm gonna show you two orientations, and I think I have enough squares that we can do both of them. So let me show them to you. All right, I'm gonna leave that center signature alone for right now. La, la, la. And again, I may have to adjust the size of my squares to fit on some of these other pages better. Because it would be great to have this on this page, wouldn't it? All right, let's save these for just a minute since they're already cut and inked. And let's take this one, and I am going to chop this to a 3.5 by a 3. I probably didn't need to go that small, but a 3.5 by 3.5 inch square. I'm going to save these, and we're going to cut it into 2 triangles. Ink them really quick. I can actually use one of those little offcuts for a bookmark. So I keep finding these tiny slivers on my desk in my pile. Okay, so with this one, it's where you use both of them on the page. I don't mind the flowers being sideways. I just don't like them upside down. So putting them on the page just like that, and now you have a pocket with it being crisscrossed. The other thing you can do is orient. Now, obviously, if your page is bigger, you can have less of a crisscross, or if your triangles are larger or smaller. I like orienting them on the page. Let's see if this works. Maybe if I just trim off a little piece. They look really interesting to me like this. And then you have a side tuck. So let's do that. And then we'll use these. We'll use these on a different page. I kind of like these right here and how it covers this page. But you know what? I used here in the middle. My brain's always going 100 miles an hour. I apologize. it's almost the same pattern. So let's actually do this on this signature. So I've spread out this pattern of paper. All right, and we'll put it on this side. So I want to chop off this corner right here. And I want to chop this one off to match. So a bunch of these actually did not need to print double-sided, but it's okay. Now, what did I do? What did I do? We're doing it this way, right? Oh, come on, Pam. You got this. So now it fits, and I love it. I like this orientation. I like this little side pocket. Now we could turn it this way and have it where you have room to hang out. And you know what, since this page is shorter, let's do that. That'll be fun. You just don't want to come too close to the center because your spine, you know, it takes up space. So we're going to bring these to the edge of the paper, you know, line them up straight. That's going to be cute. Okay, so again, you can turn them lots of different ways, and you do want to leave it open, you know, for the tuck spot. So glue on two sides, and I'm going to bring this one right there. Yay! And then for this one, same thing, glue on the two sides. And then we'll put those little ones back where I had them. Now this is where you do want to make sure you line it up even down here as well. Now what a nice large side tuck, and it makes the page look different. And with these quilted papers, I mean, how pretty is that? See? And you can overlap there. This is one of the pockets that came with the kit. Pretty, I love it. I'm coming back over, and we're going to come back to our baby triangles, and we're going to install them this way. All right, and I do this more often, this orientation, but again, I like it. And I'm only counting this as one of the 5 ideas, because all we did was just turn the triangles on the page differently. But I am going to mark the page so that I can come back and hopefully we'll have time to decorate, or at least look at our ideas. Okay, so we've done the plain triangle, the 2 crossed. We did the one with the journaling. Oh, okay, this one, I've shown you guys this before. And again, I love it. So let's come here, maybe this page. Don't know which one I want to use. We'll use the one with the circle. So for this one, again, I'm going to cut it on the diagonal. I hope I'm in camera. I hope I'm in frame. All I'm doing is trimming the paper, and I could have done these before you guys joined me, but I thought it's okay. You can enjoy the process. All right, for this one, all we're going to do is take the triangle, and I've shown you guys this, but I love it. Fold it back to make a pocket, and we're going to install it this way so that you have a big pocket and then a little tiny pocket for something little. Cute, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this flap back. And then to install the pocket, we're going to put glue here and here. All right, on those 2 sides. And then stick it down. Funness. All of these things, if you can't tell, make me very happy. So I'm having a lovely, sparkly kind of day. Now, one more, and I haven't completely thought through this one, but I think we can use it as a side tuck. So my idea is this. Again, we're going to fold it in half. Let's go here. And then we're going to have, we could leave it open and the whole thing, you know, could just tuck in like this. Or we could glue it down and just have a small tuck. And same on the other side. Or we can leave it where it flips open and you could journal. So let me ink mine, and I'm thinking I'm going to leave one side open for right now as a journal spot, and then I could always glue it later if I decide I want it glued down. That's so pretty, and I love the triangle look on the page. So all I'm going to do is add glue right now, like this. And that's what's going to hold it on. And when you turn to this side, you can open it up and write, or we could put something under here. And on this side, you really can tuck something. This is probably too large, but a piece or a letter, a card, right? I mean, ooh, I'm gonna lose my little bookmark. You know, I guess it could slide out, but it gives you a little more real estate, and it's pretty snug when you get it kind of tucked up in there. If you're worried about it, use a paper clip, and then you still get the illusion and the lovely triangle for the tuck. Okay. All right. So that was my 5 ideas. Let's look at them again really quick. And then maybe do a little bit of embellishing to make them special. So there's one, the crisscross pocket, and then the other orientation of the crisscross pocket. And this one we trimmed some. Let's see, the side tuck page wrap, I guess we could call that one. And then just your basic triangles as a pocket. What's this one? Oh, this is our journaling spot one. One of Pam's personal favorites, hidden journaling. You may not even know it's there. We looked at that one. And then the fold over, right? Cute. So simple, but look, it's already making a difference in my journal, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let's look at some of the pieces that I have already, you know, fussy cuts and things like that I've already cut out that might enhance these pockets. I love the butterfly. And again, I'm not going to go crazy right now with embellishments. We're going to do more videos using these beautiful papers and to give you ideas. And again, if you don't have fussy cuts like this to cut out, find some stickers you like or something like that. Or you could get a template and cut it out of some scrapbook paper or something like that. Oh, guys, I love this. Now, these are, you know, I'm going to have to be careful when I'm tucking things in not to mess up the butterfly antenna. Is it worth the risk? I think it's worth the risk. Let me look really quick. I mean, we could also put a different little nanimal right here and use that beautiful butterfly somewhere that it's not quite as vulnerable. Maybe we'll do the puppy dog. I mean, I love this butterfly, but now that I'm thinking about it, those are going to get destroyed. Okay, puppy dog it is. I mean, you can't go wrong with a puppy dog. There are so many cute pieces, and I haven't even cut them all out yet. Puppy dog. And we're going to kind of put him offset. So just his head right there won't get glued down, but everything else will. All this time I took to cut that out. I had so much fun. I love cutting out pieces. I know that sounds strange, but I do. All right, so my big thing is that I just don't want to accidentally glue my pocket closed. Look how cute. Already kind of, I mean, you can see him, but he fades a little bit. We might put a word or something later. But again, I'm very happy with that one. All right. This one, I just love that that looks like a quilt on the page. I don't even know if I want to do anything to it. That's kind of pretty though, isn't it? Put a chair or a bench. Oh, a little house. Maybe the little house. What do y'all think? This is where I really wish you guys could chime in and say, Pam, the chair, leave it. We like the quilt. It's okay. I'm going to put it down. Now, don't think we just can do fussy cuts. Obviously, ribbons, lace, all kinds of things. So think through, you know, what's of interest to you. I just don't want, again, to glue this section closed accidentally. Okay, we're all right. And I can kind of just reach under here with a little glue. All right. And what might be pretty, because you guys know I am a little bit obsessed with my seam binding. I'm pulling a piece out. Oh. How do I want to do this? Right? Get a bow, Pam. Come on. No, I kind of like it just right there. It's different. Why not? I'm going to use a glue dot. These hold really well on the seam binding. If my hot glue gun was heated up, I would use that. But these work. And if you're worried about it, like I said, use the hot glue. Really smush it on there. And I mean, you'd really have to try to pull it to get it off. And I did get some glue back there, but we're okay. It'll dry. Love it. All right. I don't know where the piece was I was using as a bookmark. All right. These definitely will benefit from something fabulous. And of course, once we start putting tags and everything else in here, it's going to be great. Ooh, look at that dove. Now that changes the whole appearance of the page, doesn't it? So maybe have one that's hanging off like this and then one that's a little, maybe this is where the butterfly is. I don't know. He kind of disappears on that paper. Is it a he? I don't know. I am not sure. And there are so many pieces that I have not yet. I'm going to put that there. It makes me like, I want to just sit down and read or write in my journal. I haven't cut out yet. So before we start doing our next 5 ideas, I'll make sure I've cut some more out just so we have lots and lots of options. And, you know, a little book page, you know, behind something when I said that butterfly. Here, I'll show you my thought. That butterfly kind of faded away. Let me find a piece of book page that I want to use. Perhaps. This is from a play, I think. All right, so what I could do, I'm going to do the finger tear method. Finger tear is, where did the butterfly go? I still think I want to put that chair, but I may do the butterfly. Let's see what it looks like. You know, get some book page and just do a little layer. And goodness, there's the chair, there's the butterfly. We'll do the butterfly just to be different. And if we want to bring that look into or onto the other pocket. I don't know that it, we really need it, but I'm just going to do a strip. Hopefully I will like it. Let me add some ink before I decide. I usually, when I do like little kind of collaging, I do like 3 pieces. For some reason, I just always think the odd number looks good. So like maybe a little tag or something. So we may have to get the doodad folder out and see what I have. Set that out of the way. I like it with the butterfly. I'm not sure how I feel about it with the dove. We do a smaller piece. Again, just to give the consistency. And I think I'm going to tear this just a touch smaller and offset the butterfly. Like that. Or should I go this way? All right, I like it like that. So I'm going to put it down and not overthink this. Because this type of crafting, if I come back next week or next time I sit down with this journal in a few days, I'm like, I can layer over it. I can add additional embellishment to it. So I encourage you not to be fearful. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh wait, I don't like that. I'm not sure, and I question and second guess myself. But I have also been known many times to say, you know what? That is not what I want. And just slap a piece of paper over it and go back to the drawing board, right? So it is okay to do that. Now, let's hope I didn't glue my pocket closed. I did not. Sometimes it's better to put something under there to begin with, but I didn't. Yeah. So if I grab the doodad, I might want the other one, and I find just a little something that can help bring it together. This one's already torn, but look at the color, If I can slide it, if I hadn't been so eager to just glue it down. Look at that. I think I can just stuff, or actually he can go that way. Yep, I'm just gonna put that down. Look at that. Who knew? It's like it was meant to be. Just to give it a little extra. And then this one, yep, something like that. So now I have 2 pieces that have some numbers, but that's okay. And I'm happy. There we go. Just makes it look a little, in my mind, a little more finished. Okay, let's keep going. And hopefully I haven't missed any. Now this one, I think I just want, like a bird, or this hedgehog keeps calling my name. Oh, look, in the gray with the lace and the black. Yep, Mr. Hedgie, it's your turn. When my daughter was younger, Sarah, she always wanted a little hedgehog. And we researched it. I'm talking like, 9, 10, 11 years old. It was a lot of, it was a big commitment. We did not get a hedgehog. But she and I both agree they're very cute. And we like to look at videos of them and, of course, the pictures. And don't forget, this is our journaling. And we could put like a little word prompt or a little quote under there if we wanted to, a secret message. All right, that one has its bookmark. All right, again, I'm just loving the quilt here. Just not even sure. Oh, yes, we're gonna do it. Again, it makes me just feel like I am going to sit and work in my journal or read, something like that. All right. And again, I'm working hard not to glue. I don't want to even glue this part of the pocket. Okay, love it. And then we still have full access and full access. I'm trying to decide if I want to try to tuck the little, I don't think I want to. I'm okay with it just stopping there. I got full access. Cute. That just makes me so happy. It looks so cozy and that little quilt and everything. Okay. Now the last little one. What are we going to put here? I have, these are so cute, these books. I was actually thinking these would be cute little pocket tuck spots. All of these can be turned into pockets. How's this little birdie do? Yep, very cute. And again, I'm okay with things hanging off, knowing that, you know, whoever has this journal will just need to be gentle, right? But it's okay. And if something gets torn or bent, it's paper. Very sweet, very sweet. So we still have the pocket here and here. All right, I think that was it. So it's one idea. Let me just double check. 2, and I'm only counting those kind of layered pockets as 1. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is the other one that's like this. So 5 ideas, 6 pages done. I think I'm going to stop because I've been crafting a long time. I was going to go ahead and install. I've got a couple of these pockets. Some things may have to be trimmed. There were these that I think are awesome. They're definitely going to have to be trimmed. They're a little tall, but you do the notch and then install them on a page and you get 2 pockets. So while I'm off camera, I may go ahead and install more pockets and then just kind of show you that as we go. There's pockets this shape. And they just came with the kit. They're basic pockets, so that we have plenty of places to put the tags and journaling cards and things that I'll be making for this journal. Okay? All right, I hope you like it, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking, and especially my approach to this series, and if you like that idea. Okay, thanks, guys. Until next time, have a great day.